Hi. This project was actually kind of a surprise. So I realized that the Renaissance Festival, those dates have been announced, and I have a costume in mind, but the only thing I'm missing is a petticoat. So here we are. I have here some orange linen, which isn't ideal. I know it's not historically accurate, but it was dirt cheap at Joann's, actually, okay? It was like, it went from like $21.99 a yard to like $6.99 a yard. And I'm like, fuck yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I also do not have the proper yardage per se. I've kind of been debating on how to do this because there's the 1740s under petticoat, which is from the American Duchess 18th century dressmaking book, which requires about like a hem of 100 inches, I want to say, or the actual English gown petticoat that I just plan on wearing underneath the dress as it is, because I got it from an Etsy shop in Spain, and the dress is built in. The petticoat is already built in, so I technically don't need this like decorative outside petticoat. I just want the under petticoat. But this is a circumference of around 120 inches. So I have here, I believe they said that this is 36-inch wide, and I was able to get 2.5 yards. And I want to use all of it, but I'm just trying to think of how can I make it so it's as big of a square as possible without needing to cut so many squares. I mean, it's fine if I have extra. Whoa, this is actually quite big. I need it to be like between my knee and my lower calf. So I guess I'll get back to you on that. Linen is not necessarily difficult to iron, but more than likely this is just a garment that I can't necessarily iron right now because I'm in the middle of multiple projects and I lack table space in this basement. And yeah, my iron is just overrun by Edwardian underwear at the moment. So I didn't get footage of this, suddenly it wasn't recording, but I've already sewn from hem to about 10 inches from the top to make room for the pocket slit. And I gave it about a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so all this should be around 98 to 100 inches in circumference all around, which is good. And I'm just kind of, because I don't want to move anything around, I'm kind of just guessing. I'm really just guessing because it's gonna be in a situation where I am gonna tie the back to the front of me and then the front of the skirt to the back of me. So I'm kind of just winging the pocket slit, honestly. And since it's already on the selvage edge, I don't need to hem it. I just have to sew it straight across. So, yeah. I kind of like this. This is easy so far. I'm inspired, which that has been a major problem for me as of late. Also, just keep in mind that this is an undergarment. No one's gonna see it but me. With that in mind, I did take a moment or two to make sure that all the folds were folded neatly before sewing them down. Also, look at that. Look how seamless this thread is. It's great. Now, before anything, the first thing you need to figure out is what waist measurement you are for your petticoat before you start pleating. Now, for me, I measured my waist over my stays so that way I could at least calculate somewhat how I wanted the pleats to be. But after that, I found the center of the front and back of the petticoat, and then sort of with a needle and a ruler tried to measure out how the pleats could be so they could be even on both sides, if that makes sense. And in the front, at least I believe it said in the book that there should be about a 2 or a 3 inch like big pleat in the center, and then just making it up as you go along on the sides, which honestly, that's what I mean. It kind of just depends on your waist measurement. And after that, I just sewed a simple stitch above it,
so it would all stay in place as I smushed it into my waist tape. Now for this, my only suggestion is go super slow with the zigzag stitch, and I mean this slow. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I was kind of rushing this project. That's why I decided to serge the hem of the skirt, and I totally forgot to compensate for the fact that I was going to wear a bum pad under this. So yes, the back side of the petticoat did end up being a lot shorter than the front of the petticoat because I'm just silly. But hey, at least I can reuse this whenever I wanted an even hem overall, or at least mostly even. You'll see what I mean in a second. And you know what? I will never get over the pure joy I have whenever I put on a project and I'm like, oh my God, I made this. And yes, pockets. Pocket slits, heck yeah. I don't know if I should just continue hemming this or if just having this serged edge is fine. It is, after all, an under petticoat, but I need the bum roll. Forgive me, I'm lazy. I don't feel like getting dressed in the whole get-up, but okay. There, do I got it? All right, could you tell from down there whether or not this has to be hemmed? Because, yeah, I don't know, and I don't feel like getting in the whole get-up. You know, I should really finish the Little Mermaid project because I'd like my mannequin back. In the end, I'd have to say that I am quite proud with how this petticoat turned out in spite of the circumstances. And yeah, sorry, I totally ended up not doing a grand reveal for this petticoat. I guess you can consider this the grand reveal because I did end up wearing it underneath my dress for the Renaissance Festival, and I am very happy to say that the orange did not show up underneath the navy linen. And yeah, me and my friends just ended up finding this little spot at the Renaissance Festival, and we all ended up doing an impromptu photo shoot, which was quite fun. And with that, my name is Kaylee. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, and I shall see you in my next sewing adventure. Bye-bye! I have to go to the bathroom.